Yo, what's good, Visionaries? It's your boy MikeLarry from Real Life Visionaries Podcast, and we are back. Well, I am back right now for an edition of Off the Top Rope with your boy. Um, Before I get into the topics that we're going to talk about today, I want to give a shout out to all the people that I didn't know, listened to us or watched our clips from TikTok, watching the clips from YouTube, all our shows on Instagram, everything. I appreciate y'all and we thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? So even people from work that I didn't know, come up to me and say, "Oh, that's a superstar right there." I'm like, "Oh, superstar? What are you talking about?" I think I'm the superstar at work, but coming to me, telling me about, you know, us recording, how they like the content that we put out. So 2026, man, we're gonna put out more and more. And this is the first episode of Off the Top Rope 2026 with your boy MikeLarry. And let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is I hear conversations of people talking about how the booking is with Triple H. So let me break it down for you. I feel that Triple H, to me, Triple H doing a good job. That's just my opinion. I feel that with all the years with Vince McMahon, and we are telling him to push this superstar, push that superstar, he didn't do it as much as Triple H is. You know what I'm saying? So Vince McMahon used to rely on Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker for years, wrestlers that already been established instead of building up superstar. I give you a prime example. When Triple H was running NXT and they called up Shinsuke Nakamura. He was the big star in NXT in Japan, dominate NXT. So we think like, okay, the next big star, he's gonna be in the main event scene. Didn't work. They had him like a low mid carder fighting for the United States title. They never being on shows, always losing matches. And that's what Vince McMahon was pushing. Anybody from NXT, he was burying them. Finn Balor, yeah, he became Universal Champion, but with after the injury, you never see him in the main event scene. He's getting buried. He's in the backstages and stuff like that, doing nothing. So yes, Triple H. Everyone is not perfect. Triple H isn't perfect making shows. Yes, there's been shows that are like, man, they could have did better, but I feel that we haven't given him the credit that he has been doing. You know what I'm saying? He listened to the fans and say Cody need to finish his story. Cody finished his story, became world champion. This past Friday, Cody Rhodes losing the title to Drew McIntyre. Nobody thought he was gonna lose the title. People thought that, this is gonna be a win, or somebody might come out and do something and Cody find a way to win. No, expect the unexpected. We didn't expect Drew McIntyre to win the world title. Now this leads to Jacob Fatu coming back. Now we get to see, okay, who was behind jumping Jacob Fatu in the backstages. So it could be, this is Cody Rhodes' heel turn. That's, you know what I'm saying? So we got to give Triple H credit, but people not saying that, he's doing a good job on certain things. We just want to hear we giving all him the negativity, the negative comments about how he running the shows. Just look at Raw past Monday night, CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. Good match, you know what I'm saying? But was it time to throw the belt on Braun? No, he's building the character to be the next crop of young talent to lead WWE. And people say, you got these old CM Punk still in the title picture. He's like 40-something years old. You got Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying? But look who he's building up to be in the main event picture. Gunther, Braun Strowman. Now you got Obi Femi, who's coming out of NXT, another main player. You know what I'm saying? You got Drew McIntyre's back in the main event picture after being out of having main event scenes, but not in the title hunt that he is now. So I think we just need to give Triple H more leeway. Let's you know what I'm saying? When did he take over the role? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, since Vince fully left. So let's give him some leeway and see what he does. But I think Triple H is doing a good job with WWE. People can think differently, and like I said, I think this generation of people watching wrestling, I think the attention span is shorter than it was back then. Back then, we used to sit down and watch wrestling every week as young kids, and we loved the build up. Oh, I can't wait the next week. I can't wait the next week. We used to go to school talking about I can't wait the next week. This year, it's like this generation just people want the end right now. Oh man, I ain't trying to wait. Yeah, man, they running the storyline too long. I'm getting tired of the bloodline. I'm getting tired of the Cody story. But that's what makes the story better. Build up. We don't want 2 weeks, bam, title changing, and they off to fight somebody else. No, building a story is from chapter to chapter. If the book got 24 chapters, you better read the whole 24 chapters. Not, I'm gonna skip to the back and see what happened to the end. No, that doesn't make the story right. So we gotta give Triple H a leeway of him running the shows. Just let him do what he gotta do. Plain and simple. So I think Triple H is doing a good job. Also, I'm just catching up on the rumors, that I've been hearing that I didn't get to yet. But the Chris Jericho rumors. Some people say he's coming back to WWE. Some people say he's staying with AEW. Chris Jericho is the type of wrestler who plays the internet and plays the audience. People are even going in where he's like, he's canceling shows, his Fozzy concert shows. That's when the Royal Rumble start. Or he's canceling the show. That's when AEW main pay-per-view start. Chris Jericho knows how to work the crowd. At 50-some years old, fighting, wrestling in 3 decades from the early 90s, early 2000s, the 2010s, now in the 2020s, and he's still wrestling at a good pace. You don't see like, he's sluggish in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He need to retire. He's still one of the those top older wrestlers that's still working at like he's in his prime. I like how Chris Jericho is running the crowd, basically saying that y'all gonna see me on the first Raw of the new year. Everybody thought he was coming, didn't show up. Let's see what the Royal Rumble brings. Will he show up at the Royal Rumble, or will he re-sign with AEW? And he's keeping all the dirt sheets guessing, all the people guessing of where he gonna go. And that's what I like about Chris Jericho, keeping that interesting, the interest in him alive. And let's go to the next one. I was talking about the Royal Rumble. Some people think the Saudi Arabia should not receive one of the big time pay-per-views. In a way, I can agree with that, but look at all the other main attraction events that head over to Saudi Arabia because they're paying big money to produce it. You got boxing matches going over there. You got UFC fights are going over there. It's all about who's going to pay the money to the industries to come to their country. So Saudi Arabia is on top of that list of paying like, hey, WWE, look, we want you to come here. We're going to pay $15 million just to come. and put on the show for us. So who wouldn't take the money? You know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, that's blood money, blah blah blah," but in the entertainment or industry of sports, you're gonna take the money. Same thing with football. Football is doing it overseas. Yes, they say that they're doing it overseas to build more fans across the pond. Of course, yeah, but also it's a money grabber. You know what I'm saying? You get to get more money from different countries, building revenue for your industry. So I get what WWE is trying to do. Um, do I like it? No. Is it a good opportunity for WWE? Yes, because you go how they went to Germany, they went to London, and the fans over there. No, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, American fans, but foreign fans over the other countries, their fans are ridiculously insane. Like they bring the hype to the show. Like look at the time when I think I forgot what pay-per-view when AJ Styles in the ring, the camera bouncing up and down, shaking, when people jumping, singing AJ Styles, AJ Styles, AJ Styles. That's what we in America don't bring. We don't because I guess we get it so often. We get shows often. It's like we'll give a little pop here and there for that person, but taking your shows to like AEW, they love going to London. They get pops every time. Every match get a pop. Every superstar that comes out get a pop. Do we do that over here in America? No. Uh Kalisto, I'm sorry, not Kalisto. Dragon Lee can come out and he get a few claps. Dragon Lee go to a different country and he gets a pop right then and there because they experiencing it live. They don't get the. I think it's because they don't get the experience as much as we do. We're like one of the spoiled rich kids. I've been there. I did that already. Like they don't they don't see they don't get what we get. So when they anytime it comes to their country, they gotta show out because hey, we show out, they coming back. They coming back. They doing this, doing that. So kudos to Saudi Arabia for getting the Royal Rumble, a big event coming to their country. You know what I'm saying? One of the big four main events, like I said, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, like still the big four in wrestling pay-per-views. And like I said, I'm not gonna stay on too long. Just wanted to chit chat about what's going on in wrestling. First episode in 2026. Another thing I want to talk about is the John Cena retirement tour. People ask me how you feel about the John Cena retirement tour. Did you think they pulled it off good? So I'm gonna say no, I didn't like it. When he first turned heel, I was like, okay, but I feel like this is his last year. They should have did this like they should have been cut the ties and made turn him heel like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when he wasn't, in retirement. Because the way his heel run came and left was terrible. Terrible heel run. And like I said, if people say, oh, Triple H did this, did that, it's all about we're not gonna be satisfied. If you go to a restaurant and people say, oh yeah, this restaurant good, but you eat it. I don't like it. We can't satisfy everybody. So did his heel run go as planned that I thought it was going to be okay? It might be a good heel run. No, they should just let it ran its course. Babyface heel. I mean, babyface heel. Babyface Cena throughout the course of the last year. Let them fight the people that he deserved to fight. Did he deserve to fight Dominic twice? No. I feel like you could have said that last match with somebody else. You could have fought a Sheamus. Do I like the match with him and Gunther where he tapped out with Gunther? Not really, because Gunther already had heat. Gunther was already a main event player. Yes, it gives him more heat on him, but I feel like it should have been somebody, another wrestler, maybe another person, an up and coming superstar could have beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like an Obi Femi or Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? Braun Breaker could have been that person to defeat John Cena. But I think I see what WWE's trying to do with Gunther, because you got AJ Styles saying he's retiring this year. So they might have Gunther take him out. Rumors about Brock Lesnar could be retiring probably this year as well. You know, all the great from the attitude, sorry, not attitude era, but from the ruthless aggression era are fading away. You probably got like Randy Orton that's probably left, because you had like your big four: John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. And you got Randy Orton, who is still doing his thing, you know, at a full-time basis. So, like I said, and it goes back to Triple H, needs to build up these young stars that's coming out of NXT, even the ones you signing from AEW that's coming over. You know what I'm saying? Look at the women's division. Women's division right now is stacked. You got Jade Cargill. You got Jordan Grace. Liv Morgan is back. Perez. You got her with the Judgment Day. Raquel going after the world title. You got Rhea and Io. They not in the world title picture, but you making them help elevate the WWE the women's tag team titles. You got Becky, that's not in the world title picture. She's got the Intercontinental title. Jillian, I might be saying Julia, I think that's her name. Probably saying it wrong. United States Women's Champion. You know, she's up and coming. And then you got Nia Jax teaming with what's the girl name? Oh, I forgot her name, but she was on NXT. You know what I'm saying? So the women's division is stacked. Anybody can be world champion. You got Charlotte that's not in the title picture, that's won the title almost 15 times already. Give other people a shot. Look at Jade Cargill, champion. Even though she didn't defend the title yet, but you building up to the future right now. Yeah, I know they don't have women that's like, Trish Stratus, you got Nikki coming back, you know, wrestling, but they not in the main title picture. They're here and there. You know what I'm saying? They're not like CM Punk. You got Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns coming whenever they come, because yes, they are money grabbers, but you also can make money grabbers out of these young stars. Obi Femi, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, even Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? So if they can build those guys up as the next big stars in WWE, WWE be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like AEW, when they first came out, they was building up stars too, but I think they're leaning more toward like MJF. Okay, they building him up. But when you have a lot of ex-WWE guys, when you said that, we're not going to get all these ex-WWE guys like WCW, but you are. You know what I'm saying? You got Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, Claudio Castellano, aka Cesaro. You know what I'm saying? You got all these stars that came from WWE that made a name for themselves coming over. Now they already at a high level already, instead of you having your AEW originals being at top. I think the only person that really is that on top is MJF. You know what I'm saying? Didn't go to WWE, but he always talk about WWE in his promos. But he's one of your top stars. That's how you build up your stars from the ground up. Their women's division is basically on Sasha Banks' back right now. You know, aka whatever her name is. I don't know what right now her actual wrestling name, but I know her as Sasha Banks. So you got her carrying the WWE, I mean the AEW women's division on her back, when you could be trying to build up these other women to help your division. And that's how WWE did back in the day. when he was like, okay, WCW want to grab all our old stars, want to build up new stars. They build up The Rock, they build up Stone Cold, they build up Kurt Angle, Edge, Triple H, Christian, Hardy Boys. Like they build it from their own crop. Like, okay, y'all can take our old stars. We're gonna build these new stars, make them heavyweight contenders for us, and that's what they did. That's why WCW went out of business because of Hogan wanted to be on top. Nash and Hall, oh, I'm not losing to him. They're gonna lose to us. When they had the cream cop, they had the Harlem Heat, Booker T and Stevie Ray. They had Jericho. They had Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko. You had your whole cruiserweight division that carried WCW. And I think that's what AEW is about to fall in the trap. Sign all these ex-WWE stars. They got the Big Show. You still got Billy Gunn on your TV sometimes. Like I said, John Moxley, always in the title hunt. Samoa Joe in the title hunt. Build up your star that you have. You build up MGF. You know what I'm saying? Make some more stars that didn't come from WWE. And that's how your company. I know people go by the name for like, oh, he used to be in WWE. No. Yeah, that builds a moneymaker. But when you have WWE taking your guys, Ricky Starks, Lexis King, Ethan Page, and they're making a name of themselves right now in NXT. And then when they come to the main roster, they're gonna be on that high level. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what these two companies bring us. Who's gonna be more dominant right now? You got to still give the edge to WWE because the longevity that they had. But AEW, I think, is still there. I think they will do a better job. But Tony Khan cannot let some of the wrestlers dictate storylines. I heard stories about MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin dictating that, who they want to lose to. And like I said, you're relying on them. You're relying on a lot of WWE stars to run AEW when you had guys like Darby Allin. Like I said, you got MGF at the top. What's the other guy? Hangman Adam Page. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what the future brings for both companies. Like I said, wrestling is not going to be perfect. You're not going to get a perfect show. You'll probably get people. You'll have people, even if both shows run a good show, you're going to have negativity. Oh, they didn't pull the camera on him fast enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be some type of negativity in wrestling, just like playing video games. Game it's not good, but IGN can say it's an 8 out of 10. You can be like, game trash. You know what I'm saying? So we can't make the storylines perfect. They're gonna make the storylines as the best to their ability, but we will always not get a perfect standing with the audience because there's gonna be some type of negative response. Oh, he didn't do this. Triple H ain't do that, or Tony Khan ain't do that for AEW, or why he took the belt off of this person. So, like I said, when people say, "Oh, they need to take Triple H out of creative control," for what? Vince McMahon was doing the same thing back then. He was making the shows. You're like, man, what is he doing, bro? What is he doing with that person? So, like I said, we got to give it time. And I think Triple H is doing a good job. Also, AEW. I don't watch it much, but I think they're doing a good job. But that's all I got for today. Like I said, it's your boy MikeLarry for Real Life Visionaries podcast. And all I want to say is that be on the lookout. Me and Wolf and some new co-hosts that we're going to be having joining the show. We're going to be arguing about who's the best in basketball, what's going on in football. just about everything. So be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout. I'll be doing a review on the Royal Rumble, which I think is coming up. I think the last week of January or beginning of the first week of February. But I'll be giving my predictions of who might win, who might come back. So it's an open field right now for the men's and the women's division. So we'll see what's going on. Other than that, it's your boy MikeLarry off the top rope, and I'm out. Peace.